Hey guys, after our last episode, we felt like we needed to do a little bit more research on the whole background of the Obsessed song. So we felt like we should come back and talk a little bit more about it.
During the filming of that episode, we just found out a lot that we did not know about this Mariah Carey and Eminem feud. So, where do we start?
Well, just the basics, and this has absolutely nothing to do with the beef, but this song peaked the Billboard chart at number 7. And I was like, this song is great. The song was great. Why wasn't this song at number 1? So I went back and looked at all the songs that were ahead of her that week. And you want to hear what those songs
Yeah,
were?
yeah, yeah.
All right. So starting at number 1, I Got a Feeling. Woo. Okay. Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah,
Down
yeah.
by Jay Sean. You remember that one?
What's
You'll be lonely, da 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 da, something, something, something. Baby, are you down, 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 down?
Oh, yeah,
No.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Party in the USA.
Yep.
We're gonna run this town. Jay-Z.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Use somebody. You know I gotta use somebody. Kings of Leon.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
You belong with me. Taylor Swift. That was the beginning of the Taylor Swift era reign, I guess. And then Obsessed.
That was some very tough, very present at that time people.
It
Yeah.
was very this is very pop.
She had some competition.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think it wasn't a number 1 because of the song itself. It was just probably a number 1 because everybody was partying in the USA.
Yeah.
I knew that Obsessed was about, or alleged to be about, Eminem. I know the beginning where she says, "Why are you so obsessed with me?" is from Girls. Even though I've never seen Mean Girls, I did know that.
I've never seen Mean Girls either.
And I knew that Clown was alleged to be about him. But Clown was so many years before Obsessed that I really didn't know there was a connection. So I had no idea that the beef was so long standing that in 2009 when Obsessed came out, I really had no idea like what the actual beef was. So all the stuff that happened in between, or all the little shots fired, I had no idea.
Yeah. I didn't either. Had no idea about Clown. Even though he said Mariah's name in Superman, I had no idea about that. You know, watching the video gave light to the reference about sitting on the tarmac that he says in Superman. But of course, I mean, it's a lot of stuff you just wouldn't know, I guess, back then, because news traveled a lot slower back then than it does now. Things are said, interviews are had, but by the time you put it together, you forget about what you previously heard. So anyway, I didn't know until Obsessed. I didn't even realize it was still ongoing.
But did you know about it at all?
I knew that they had differing opinions on whether they dated or not.
Okay.
Because I remember her mentioning on Larry King that, or Oprah, it was some show that she can count on one hand how many people she like slept with, and he's not one of them.
What was going on between you and Eminem, if anything?
Nothing. Look, I talked to him. I, have spoken to him a few times, whatever. But in terms of me having like an intimate relationship with men, I can name them all on one hand, and he ain't on the hand. Less than one hand, okay?
But again, I just knew they had a disagreement about that. I wouldn't say I knew it was a beef.
We were talking about how we see dating differently. In my mind, if Eminem and Mariah had a little thing, or they had a couple encounters, I could see a place where somebody could perceive that as dating.
I mean, we could go out on a couple of dates or hang out a couple of times, but I don't consider that dating. Like, dating to me is full on. It's you and me. We are in this thing. We're trying to build a relationship, or we are in a relationship and building upon that. But not just we hung out a few times. That's not dating.
How about Eminem?
What about him?
Do you date him?
No.
And you didn't date him at all?
I hung out with him. I spoke to him on the phone. I think I was probably with him total of 4 times. And I don't consider that dating.
We hung out a few times.
Okay. I think the real dating is probably somewhere in between our definitions. But clearly,
he thought they were dating.
The Mariah thing, yeah, that's true. Those rumors are true, and I'm not going to deny them. You know, we had somewhat of a relationship.
he thought they were dating, or they had a date, and he felt a way that she would not acknowledge him. He was not worth her acknowledging.
She can sing her ass off, you know what I'm saying? So I could never deny her talent. But the fact that she denied that we ever had something, that's bad. Only reason I dissed you in the first place is because you did not see me. Now I'm pissed off.
I'm sure that's probably what it is. But the beef is still a little confusing, or the initial stages of the beef. Because what I don't understand is if he asked her to play his mom in a movie and she got mad,
Yeah, I don't understand that part.
Like, okay, that was very early on. I mean, 8 Mile came out in 2002. So that would have had to be in 2001, 2000. So when did this dating occur?
So it happened.
Her to play
It
the
happened.
mom?
It would have happened around the time of Glitter, because
Right.
it was like during when she had her episode where she exhaustion or whatever it was.
So, but my thing is, like, what are y'all out on a date hanging out and you say, hey, I want you to play my mom? I mean, you know, like, where does that
I think
fit in?
that was somebody, his people called her people.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me. Like, if you were dating a guy and he said, hey,
I don't think so.
He had your manager call his manager, call your manager and say, hey, will you play my mom? And y'all are like a couple years apart.
I don't know the exact timeline of when all the things took place.
Yeah.
But I gathered from some of the videos that we were sharing that that it started with the... Actually, I don't know. That wouldn't make any sense, though. If you called me and asked me to play your mom.
A music producer claimed the real reason why you and Eminem started beefing was because he approached you about playing his mom in 8 Mile. Is there any truth to that?
From what I heard, there is truth to that, but I don't think that he actually, well, who knows who approached who.
But was it something, did that ignite the beef?
No, I mean, maybe. It depends what he's thinking. I really don't care.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what?
I'd be like, you mean cat mom?
Right. Right. And another interesting thing I found out was I didn't realize that that part about him asking her to play his mom just came out like maybe last year or the year before or something like that. Did you realize that? Mm-hmm. It was somebody that was doing an interview. And it was recent where it came out that he had asked her to play his mom in 8 Mile.
I say, look, Eminem wants to meet you. And she's like, no. Like, I'm not getting up in that. And I said, well, there's this movie. She goes, what's his number? So I get her on three-way, put him on the phone. And the first thing out of his mouth is, I want you to play my mother.
That did not go well.
So then it was her chasing him.
I had never heard that before, but a lot of this was new to me. But you know, I really wonder, we're fans of both. I'm an Eminem fan, and I mean, of course, definitely Mariah Carey fan. And even we didn't understand the depths of this beef. So I wonder if it's a lot of people out here that either have forgotten about it or don't really understand it either, because I feel like we pay attention to them just because we're fans.
I guarantee you, we could ask a bunch of people, our friends, and they don't know that. They don't know.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't watch videos.
That's
the only reason I had any knowledge is because of the video.
Yeah. And I just remembered that were differing opinions between the two of them. How about that? I wouldn't even call it beef, just differing opinions. Obsessed kind of was like, okay, well, I guess it is an issue. But again, she doesn't mention his name, so just listening to the song, you would think it's just another song.
Absolutely. If you listen to Clown, that's a little bit more, you know, I should have left it out, how you doing? Like, okay, all right, y'all met. I should have left it out, I like your music too. And like, okay, he likes his music. Mm-hmm. I should have never called you back when you pursued me.
Oh. But again, the time periods, like I didn't even put together that Clown was about him until we recorded this episode.
I don't know how I knew that either. I'm sure I've heard it somewhere along the years or back then. But I don't think Clown had video or anything.
I don't think so either. We may be the ones that know the song.
Eminem's fans probably never heard Clown.
That's it. That's it. That's where I'm going
But
with
they
it.
heard
Like, I
obsessed.
mean,
They're like,
yes. Yeah. That's exactly it. And it was a nice long time in between obsessed and clown.
you've concluded that there are a few songs where Eminem has reference to this situation, but as far as we know, Mariah only has Clown and Obsessed.
Obsessed. And never says his name.
Right.
Yes.
Well, she's unbothered. Although she was clearly bothered back then. Okay? Because
I have to ask you about Eminem too. Is it
What
true
about him?
you guys had a relationship?
Define relationship.
Is it true that you went out on dates?
No.
No.
Dates? No.
No? Never a relationship there?
Define relationship.
Friendship?
I was friends with him.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
Cool. Okay.
Physical anything? No.
either I'm embarrassed or I'm so defiant it didn't happen. If I was Eminem and I had a thing with Mariah, I'm proud of that.
So you
And
want
vice
the world know.
versa. And vice versa. I don't know. Eminem to me wouldn't have been like, oh, I can't believe it was Eminem. You know what I mean?
Back then, I mean, he's still big, but I mean, 2001, 2002, he was the biggest rapper. I mean, probably. But I don't know. I don't know about their interactions.
Yeah,
together.
no.
I can definitely see them not having the greatest interactions together. I can see that. Because I think he did mention it, like that she was like a diva. And I could just see them not meshing. Yeah, she says that. I mean, she's a queen.
Me and Mariah did have a relationship. What happened? Didn't work. Our personalities collided. She's a diva, and I'm a little more like regular, I guess.
I could definitely see the personalities not mixing.
I do appreciate that they both respected each other's talent. Like, yeah, I don't like him, I don't like her, whatever, but she's a great singer, he's a good rapper, very talented, she's beautiful, this, that, and the other. Like,
That is definitely true.
yeah. But I'd be like, yeah, I dated Eminem. He wasn't for me. That's what I would have been like. But sorry, I know they did not date.
Yes. According to her.
Right. But if it were me, I'd be like, yeah, I dated Eminem.
Why do you think she denied it?
Napoleon complex. No, I don't know.
She didn't completely deny it. How about that? She just denied they dated. She did say that they hung out.
Right. They were never intimate. They were never
anything. That's what she says. And he refutes that. She was just like, no, we hung out a few times and that was that. But this is another question I have, Jam. How many rap, R&B, or rap?
I was thinking the same thing. How many
songs? Is this the only?
Are there any song beefs, song battles?
Between a rap artist and a singer, I don't know of any.
I don't know any of a singer and a singer.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Obsessed to me, the lyrics, which, except for the bathing in Windex part, I love. To me, I'm trying to imagine Mariah in like a rap battle. I mean, singing, her style or whatever. And it gives me very much more wildin' out type lyrics.
Yeah.
But if they could go in their own corners and come back with their...
Because she got a pen too. I mean,
Yes.
we know she can write.
Yes.
And of course he does, or he can too.
Like-
I didn't realize that so many people feel like because of Obsessed that she won the beef. The way she spent Obsessed to make it like a humorous, funny song. And people are still talking about Obsessed years later.
Mariah Carey and Eminem is the collab we need. I need. I'm probably never going to get. But
Yeah, I don't think it's ever happening.
It's not happening.
But it's a lot of water under that bridge.
the new, more mature Eminem.
Absolutely.
Grandpa Eminem and solidified diva Mariah. That'd be so fun. Bury the hatchet. Do you think this feud or whatever, or beef or feeling or whatever we want to call the motivation she had for Obsessed, really made the song better?
I don't think so. And the only reason why I say I don't think so, because you had Mariah Carey, Terrius Nash, and Tricky Stewart in the studio writing the lyrics. And I just feel like the Dream can come up with a good song. Mariah can come up with a good song. And being that most people didn't even know it was a song about a real beef, I think it would have been good either way.
I think it's,
But that's me.
I think it's,
I think it's a good song.
I think it's the beat, the auto tune. Well, even though I'm not a big fan of auto tune, it was different for her.
Yeah. And she had some really catchy
Oh yeah.
one-liners or whatever you want to call them in that song.
My favorite of all time is always going to be them chickens is ash and I'm lotion. Yes. And that's exactly why.
It is funny. She had some good stuff in that song, so I think it would have been big either way.
Okay.
I definitely feel like we feel more informed about where the song was coming from or where she was coming from in the song.
Yeah, because there's nothing else on that album that's like this.
Nope, that was it.
I think if Obsessed came out today as a new song, it would be hot.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. Maybe you'll get that collab.
I feel like so many people would tune in to hear that, or you know what I mean? Get a Mariah Eminem versus.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're not going to hear any more songs from either one of them that reference the other, unless it's them doing it together or burying the hatchet.
Yes, that should be it. Now, you might hear us talk about it again, though, when we pull Clown. But that's it.
Also, if you would like to hear a Mariah and Eminem collaboration, am I being crazy? Yes. Would it be amazing, though? This is where everybody's saying yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Eminem and Mariah Carey.
Yeah. The two are the best at what they do.